Less is almost always more. All right, so right there, that's where you should have cut to the drone shot. Tree, 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 tree again, tree again. What's up? I'm a video producer that has been in the industry for over 15 years. I am giving feedback on videos that I find on Reddit. Let's get right into it. This is a video submitted by boy1013 on Reddit. He says, very insecure about my work sometimes. I think it's good, but I see some videos on IG that makes me feel very amateur. How good would you rate this? Well, let's check it out. Great drone shots of the exterior of the restaurant. All right, we're going a little bit crazy on the Dutch angles here, but still really good. I mean, this is very good. Great energy, great track, great editing. Sound effects are really good. That drip was maybe a little bit loud. Little cool moment with the woman in the red dress right there. Great shots. Slow down was a little bit strange there. All right, boy 1013, first of all, this is a great video. There is objectively nothing wrong with it. If I was a client, if I was the owner of this restaurant, 10 out of 10, I would be super happy with it. It looks great. Now, with all that said, because you're asking for feedback and from a video and creative perspective, let's dive into it. So the first thing that I was thinking about while I was watching it is that it's great, but it could be shorter. Less is almost always more. I think that there are some shots that we could do without. Now, the biggest part for me that I felt that you could change is how the video ends. So for the most part, the music has this high energy. There's a lot of this piano, Latino kind of vibe kind of thing going on. When the music feels like it's about to end, the video feels like it's about to end. So let me just show you here instead of blabbing on. So we still have a lot of energy in the track. This is great. And then right here, okay, so when the piano disappears, it feels like the music is going to end here, the track is going to end, so it feels like the video is going to end, but it keeps going for about another 20 seconds. And you could move all of these shots earlier because there are some other shots that I felt you didn't really need. So a sequence of shots that I think that you really didn't need are all of these little details of these drinks and random things around the restaurants. At that point, I feel like I already got the vibe of the restaurant, and showing a shot of, I don't drink that much, so I don't really know what it is. Like this mask, do we really need to see it? Not really. This plant, we don't really need it. It felt like there's a lot of shots of this tree. Tree, 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 tree again. Tree again, you know, showing a shot or two, great, but we got a lot of tree that we don't need. Now, if we go over to the beginning, this is great graphic, probably a template, totally fine. It's all good to use templates. Okay. The use of all the Dutch angles, all the rotation and all that stuff. I mean, this is just a subjective opinion, and maybe it's because I'm watching it on full screen and it's just right in my face. It's a little bit dizzying. I feel like you probably could have just shot straight on for some of these things. We want to see the bartender doing this thing. This is great. That's great. Okay, so that's a great edit of the two servers there. Do you really need it? I don't know. It's a great edit. I feel like just having the woman server just sort of pop up out of nowhere, we sort of quickly developed this relationship with this one dude, and then all of a sudden cut to her. Again, it's a great match cut edit, but do you need it? I don't think so. As much as you want to show off your cool edits and cool shots, you really have to focus on a story and keep it as tight as possible. There's this thing called kill your darlings, and it basically means that you have to get rid of things for the greater good of the story, even if there are things that you really, really like. As an outsider looking in, I have no connection to the server, to this restaurant. I am looking at it from a creative point of view, from a storytelling perspective. And yeah, there are some great shots, but we don't need some of them. Would you hear a drip like that? I mean, it's foam, right? The drip is dropping into foam. Would you hear a drip? I don't think so. Either way, it's probably thinking about it a bit too much. It's fine. Great match cuts. Just the energy of all of this is right. It's all right. There's nothing wrong. This is great. I love how you did that effect with the woman in the red dress, how the music sort of does this reverby kind of thing. I don't know if that was originally part of the track or if you did that yourself. If it's the latter, great job. All right, so like I was saying, I think the biggest thing is that you could cut this down to about a minute, maybe even less, and it would still have the same effect, if not better. There are some shots that are a little bit redundant that you could probably do away with, like this tree that I seem to have hatred for, but like I said, it is great. You said that you're insecure about your work. There is absolutely nothing to be insecure about this. This is fantastic. Be proud of your work, share it, be proud of what you do, and keep killing it. So for this next part, I won't be critiquing a video. Instead, I will be talking about this post that I found on Reddit that is just extremely important to talk about. Is there a dark mode? Oh yeah, there is a dark mode. All right. Severe imposter as a 21-year-old male editor for mainly social media content. Hi, I suffer from severe imposter syndrome and constantly feel bad about my job as an editor. I've been editing since I was a kid. I've edited over 500 YouTube videos and 500 Reels TikToks, which together have amassed over 250 million views. That is really impressive. I've just been doing it for so long because I like YouTube and making YouTube content, yet I'm not good enough, or rather, I don't think I'm good enough to scale onto huge YouTubers who would pay me more. Then a few people I know in real life who edit worse than me get paid 3x more than me. I wish I had picked a different trade in life. I don't know if this is for me. So I wanted to highlight this post because I think it's incredibly important to talk about. Imposter syndrome is something that I have personally dealt with, is something that I still deal with. I am starting my own business. I am becoming an entrepreneur, and it is scary. It feels like sometimes I don't know what the heck I'm doing, but because of my confidence in myself, it doesn't mean that I'm perfect. Confidence is not about being perfect. It's not about being cocky. It's about believing that you will succeed because of your track record. And so Ivan, the advice that I would give you, and you sound exactly like my younger self. So this is the advice that I would give myself. So number one is don't compare yourself to other people, okay? That's a losing game. You are going to lose that game all the time. There is no point in comparing yourself to other people. You are better than other people. People are better than you. That's just how it is. And when it comes to art, how do you quantify what is better anyways? It's all subjective. And look, you clearly have the skill, okay? You have amassed over 250 million views. You've made over, 1,000 videos. You have put in the time, you have put in the work. You are good at what you do. You just need to believe it yourself. So you don't have a skill problem, you have a confidence problem. And I mean that with all the love in the world. Again, I'm just telling you what I would have told my younger self. So that's number one, don't compare yourself to other people. Now, you also talked about how you are very bad networked, you don't have a social media presence. And listen, when I was younger, I was pretty shy around people I didn't know. I could be a bit of an introvert, even though I am making a video that will be posted onto YouTube. And yeah, networking, I did a horrible job of networking myself because frankly, I was scared to do it. But as I got older, I just realized that networking is really just conversations. It's really just talking to another human being and seeing where the conversation goes from there. Sure, it could go towards work, but it might just be a conversation about soccer or football or sports or the weather or whatever. It doesn't matter, right? These are just conversations. And when I started thinking about it that way, it lifted the pressure off of networking. So now you also talked about how you know some people who are charging 3 times more than you, even though your work is better. And listen, look, I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm the expert at business. I'm not gonna tell you that I'm the expert at charging and pricing and all of that stuff. I am definitely more of the creative artist mindset, but obviously getting paid, making that money is extremely important. And so this is what I will tell you, and this is what I would have told myself. Again, it starts with creative confidence, confidence in your skills and confidence in yourself. The difference between you and these guys who are charging 3 times more than you is that those guys have the confidence to charge that much. And they found people who agreed to pay them. So it has nothing to do with your skill level. You even say that they are worse than you. So it's not a skill problem, it's a confidence problem. What I suggest you do is just charge that much. Charge your next client, just throw out that number that is 3 times more than what you normally charge, and it might be a no, but it might also be a yes. The one thing that I've learned about pricing is that there are no rules, right? Like, you are running your own business. You are charging what you think you're worth. Now, because you have a confidence problem, you are charging less than what you are worth. But as soon as you start to believe in yourself, and I know it's easier said than done. I'm talking here like I know, like I'm super confident in everything. I'm not, okay? But what I do know is that if I were in your position and I see these guys charging 3 times more than me, I would be charging the same, if not more, okay? Sure, you might find a client and charge them 3 times more than what you normally do, and they might say no. That's totally fine. You don't have to convince them of what you are worth. I mean, you could show them your portfolio, you could show them, why you're worth that much, but ultimately, it comes to your confidence in yourself, into what you can do, in your skills, in your talents. That is where it stems from. So to Ivan and to everyone dealing with imposter syndrome, just know that you are worthy of good things. If you have the talent, then be confident in that. Be confident in yourself. Be confident in your skills. Go out there and charge 3 times, 4 times more, right? Because you're worth it. And again, it does take time to get to that level of confidence. For me, it took almost 10 years of being in the industry, to be honest. And it just came with repetition, with mastering my craft, and believing in myself. So creative confidence is just so incredibly important. I believe in it so strongly. That's what I wish I had when I was younger in my career. It's what would have helped me in so many ways, including financially. And it's what you need to succeed, to be honest. So if creative confidence is something that you struggle with, I want to help as many people as I possibly can. So I got a link below where we could hop onto a one-on-one call. It's just a casual conversation, no strings attached, no sale or anything like that. If you are interested in that, hit the link below and let's chat. So I hope you found this video helpful. Be confident out there.